For our online viewers, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Pam Atkinson from WorkSafe Tasmania, and I facilitate the Better Work Tasmania program. This is the 30th networking session for the Better Work Tas program today, with a focus on work health and safety learning modules and platforms. It's a really exciting list of speakers that we have here today to share the initiatives that they've developed over the last 12 months. So I don't have a lot of time for chit-chat. We will have to move on as we go through the session. Welcome to our online viewers, and I'll start the session. Our first person to introduce the session today is Ginna Webster. Ginna is the chair of the WorkCover Tasmania Board and the Secretary of the Department of Justice. Thank you, Ginna.
Thanks, Pamela. And can I recognise the deep history and culture of this island and acknowledge and pay my respects to all Tasmanian Aboriginal people, the past and present custodians of the land upon which we meet today. I won't take too much of your time either, because I know that you all want to get into the actual learning, but I do want to, this is a WorkCover funded event, and so I do want to acknowledge my colleague Dr Rob Waters, who's in the room, who is a WorkCover board member, and I do want to acknowledge and introduce a couple of other people who have played a really important role in what you're going to hear today. Robin Pearce, the Executive Director of WorkSafe Tasmania, is here. Dr Michael Tubbith, the Fruit Growers Tasmania Policy and Engagement Officer. Claire Peltzer, the AgCard Project Officer. Natalie Dunton, the Workplace Health and Safety Queensland People at Work Project Team. Rob Greenwell from the Tasmanian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, their Work Health and Safety Business Advisor. Paul Kilby, the WorkSafe Tasmania Advisor. So welcome to everyone. And in case I do forget, I also want to thank Pamela. Thank you very much for facilitating this afternoon. Thank you also to Stephanie Morawski from the WorkSafe Tasmania team, and to Martin Minahan as well for all the work that you do. These things don't just happen. So of course there's a lot of work that goes into these sorts of things behind the scenes. So welcome to the 30th Better Work Tasmania networking session. We've got, as Pamela said, 40 people here today in the room and 100 people online. And I think pre-COVID, those numbers probably would have been reversed. So in 12 months ago, we were living in a completely different world. Obviously, the fact that you're here tells me that for you, work health and safety should be a priority in every organisation and every business that we have. Safe and healthy workplaces are more easily achieved when everyone communicates with each other to identify hazards and risks, talk about health and safety concerns, and work together to find the solutions. And in fact, I was just talking to Rob about that, and it really does depend on how you work together as to whether or not this becomes a tick and flick, or whether it becomes part of the work that you do. And hopefully it does become part of the work that you do every day. And of course, we all spend a lot of time at work, some days more than others, and it's really important that we have a great workplace, and a great workplace is a safe and healthy workplace. And we all deserve that, and we all deserve to be able to come home to our families in the same way, healthy and safe as we left in the morning. Since its launch in 2015, Better Work Tasmania, which is an initiative funded by the WorkCover Board, as I said, has consistently provided a consolidated source of information to PCBUs, safety managers, and many others with an interest in work health and safety. Today also coincides with World Day for Safety and Health at Work and Workers' Memorial Day. And so it does provide us with an opportunity to reflect on how to prevent work-related occupational diseases, deaths, injuries and illnesses, and a day to pause and remember those who have died from a work-related injury or illness. Between 2010 and 2020, the number of workplace injuries in Tasmania has decreased by 23%. So while continuing to reduce workplace injuries is important, it's not something we can do on our own or take for granted, and it is everyone's responsibility. The theme for World Day for Safety and Health at Work is, or the theme for 2021 is Anticipate, Prepare, respond to crises and invest now in resilient work, health and safety systems. So that theme acknowledges the impact that the global COVID-19 pandemic has had on our working lives and continues to have. As in Tasmania, we have been very, very lucky. But the importance of building an effective, resilient and adaptable health and safety framework in our workplaces. Workplaces can do this by undertaking risk management that is planned, systemic and covers all reasonably foreseeable hazards and associated risks. So in today's session, Work Health and Safety Learning Modules and Platforms, you'll hear about a number of online induction programs that have been funded by the WorkCover Board. These assist businesses of all sizes to ensure their workers are aware of the hazards and risks in their workplace, particularly as we all adapt to new ways of living and working as a result of COVID. And if you're like me, I think 2020, although we'd prefer to forget a bit of it, there's a lot that we learnt on the run. We adapted very quickly, but we continue to learn in 2021 as we take advantage of what we learnt and what we had to learn quickly, but also think about where we might be in future years. So the modules and platforms that I've just referenced include the Tasmanian Fruit Industry Worker Induction Program, the TCCI Head4work Workplace Mental Health online training tool, the AgCard online pre-induction learning and assessment tool for people in primary industries, and the People at Work free online tool to help businesses identify, assess and manage work-related psychosocial hazards and factors. It's a great opportunity here from some excellent speakers, and Better Work has also continued to provide everyone with a virtual meeting place to network, mentor and share work health and safety resources and ideas in person and online. It's really important to talk about these things, to learn from each other and workshop how we can make things better for ourselves and for, most importantly, our employees. So today I'm also pleased to announce the launch of the new Better Work Health and Safety General Retail and Hospitality Induction modules. I went through the Hospitality Induction module last night and it was really good, really interactive and engaging, and so I'm really pleased to be launching all of them. By raising awareness of the work health and safety issues and taking action to eliminate or minimise health and safety risks at work, we can help prevent further work-related fatalities and injuries. When employers, workers and the community work together with the same level of commitment, safer and healthy workplaces start to become reality. So thank you for the opportunity to acknowledge the people that have helped put today together, to acknowledge the people in the room who it'd be good if you could get to know throughout the afternoon, and good luck with this afternoon. And thank you to, as I said, again, to everyone who's helped organise. Thank you.